Hey y'all, we back with another one. Y'all, this High Time Reviews. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We doing Growing Up Hip Hop Season 7, Episode 5, Secret Snowcones and Scuffles. Alright, we're gonna jump right into it. It starts with Sequoia and Brianna. So they link up or whatever at like, it looked like Brianna having like a rehearsal for like, you know, her little music group or whatever it is. And she basically ended up asking her about the, you know, about the 50th anniversary thing, that lazy thing about throwing for like hip hop or whatever. So she's like, well, Brie kind of like flips it and she's like, well, you know, are you performing? And they end up talking about how she had to have a conversation with Lazy about the stuff with her mother. Here we go. Sequoia, please let it go. Like, you're killing me. All right, so the way I'm getting into Sequoia is I feel like she don't really have no allies on the show. So she looking for allies at this point. So she's sitting there, you know, she hyping up Brianna. And, you know, Brianna end up telling her, like, you know, I'm going to throw a little event.
All day. Look, I got this little idea. I'm going to get all the girls together because we need to get to know each other a little better. So, like, are you going to come? Of course. Okay, I'm going to invite anybody that's in town.
So mixer, you know, get all the girls together so that, you know, we can kind of get to know each other better. She like, I'm going to invite everybody. Even Cree. She like, you know, even after the skate party, you know, because we made up a little bit, so I'm going to still invite her. But she like, I'm still on the fence because she be doing too much a little bit, right? So Sequoia takes this opportunity to start like aligning herself with Brianna. So she like, yeah, I mean, she took a shot at me at the party too, you know, about my parents. And my thing is, it's like, Sequoia, if you and Cree supposedly had made up, why do you feel like you even need to be trying to hype this beast up in Brianna where you like, oh, I need her as a partner in crime in this situation against Cree? You don't. You don't. So you're sitting there and you're telling Brianna all of this for what? For what? So, of course, Brianna's like, maybe we should confront, you know, Cree, you know, and Sequoia. It's like if y'all was building a friendship back up, I feel like you should have had this conversation with Cree versus having it with Brianna. So now, like I said, now you done egged the whole thing on and made it seem like you and Cree got a beef when y'all don't, when y'all supposedly just squashed y'all stuff. So what are you doing? So whatever. And like I said, Brianna plans on throwing an event. I guess everybody gonna come. Sequoia, stop. It's getting annoying. Like, I really wish they take her off or something. Replace her with Savannah. I'm sorry. All right. So in the next scene, you got JoJo going to it's an office building in LA, and it appears that it's like one of his business partners. So he got like a little business that he's trying to run in LA, and the guy basically tells him like, listen, because we have so many like things that fall under our umbrella, we can jump into the cannabis business. And the thing about that is, he's like, it's legal here and it's not legal in New York all the way. So he like, I feel like you should relocate so that we can make it like more official so that you can actually be here hands-on every day with the business. And, you know, it's LA. That's what he basically saying to him. So JoJo like,
for the business. I still have this piece of New York I just can't let go. It's a lot to uproot my family from one place to another. As much as I love being here and
I mean, I would love to do that, but I just don't know about uprooting my family and moving to LA. My wife is just definitely on the fence about it. So to be honest, I feel like this whole episode, JoJo was basically trying to get forced to move to LA. And like, it was crazy. And I think they should move because it's like, I understand, but I think they could probably spend a couple mil in LA and probably get a lot more than they would get if they spent like maybe the same amount in millions in New York. So, but again, his business partner is telling him like, bro, for the business, you need to move here. So he's like, he like, my mother live out there, you know, it's like I got a bulk of my family. He like, Denise got her family out there. I can't really just up and move. So, I mean, like I said, JoJo more on the fence about it. Tell him like, look, I've been looking at houses. He like, but I can't just buy a house. He like, I'm not even telling Denise that I'm looking at the houses. So he like, did your wife know you looking at houses? He trying to surprise Denise with a house? Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I ever seen a situation where a dude surprised a chick with a house and it worked. Because they have to see what it looks like too. I've never, I don't know. I mean, I guess in some cases you just gotta be grateful for getting what you're getting. But then in the same token, I just don't think like people would just be like happy about a random house. So the guy ended up telling them like, look, the way the market is right now in LA, if you see something that you like, you need to just go ahead and put in an offer. And trust me, that fucking conversation gonna come back to bite him in the ass. All right, so we in the next scene, and of course, here you go again. I mean, you don't have to put Sam in the studio to, we know who he is now. We don't need the music connection. You don't make good music. Like, we don't need it. So at the end of the day, you could just stop putting him in the studio. But so you got Eric there, and I just feel like Eric just be in every scene just to get the scoop. I don't feel like he be there to put in no inputs on the scenes or nothing. He literally just be there to stir the pot. So he's there, and then Lazy shows up, and he's like, well, Egypt is going on tour, so I'm just gonna go ahead and work on the food truck. And then in the confessional, they shoot the Eric.
With all the responsibilities that Sam has, I do not think the Snowcone truck is the greatest idea. You know what I mean? It's something that you could do later on down the line, but we're thinking about house, family, children, wife. Yeah, Snowcone is just not gonna fix it, bro. All right.
Look, he got a whole baby coming, and I just don't think like the food truck is gonna be enough. Like, bro, you selling snow cones. So he basically ended up telling them like, I want to basically lean more into writing than actually trying to be an artist, because he's thinking he's not getting a chance as far as like becoming an artist and performing his music, which is okay, Sam. Just writers make good money, bro. Just you could try it. Honestly, it wouldn't hurt shit. So he ends up playing this song that he wrote for Egypt. Now, here's the thing. I don't think the song is horrible, but it was him dancing in the studio with like a little flare. He was hitting the air. And I'm gonna probably put a little cut in there like. So honestly, like I said, the song wasn't bad. So Lazy telling him like, bro, you might have more of a career in that than actually trying to be a musician. So, he like, bro, you're good at that. Like, he like, yeah. So he ends up telling him like, I should bring you into the event. I don't know what he gonna do. I guess is he gonna let him perform, or is he gonna let Egypt perform a song that he made for her, or what? I don't know. So he basically tell him he want him to come to the event. Easy just trying to build this roster up, because like I said last week or 2 weeks ago, he don't have nobody on the roster. You got Easy, you got JoJo. Sequoia ain't trying to come because she don't bang with you right now, because you're banging her mom. Like, Bree gonna perform, and I just don't know what she's performing, because I don't be knowing if she's a poet, a singer, like a tarot card reader. I don't know what she is. So I don't know what to expect. She might get up there and do nothing. So Lazy still talking about the thing with Sequoia. Listen, if this about to be their storyline, all of them can go. All three of them can go. Hurry up, throw your event so that I can talk about something else when it comes to you. So like I said, Sam's still talking about the gun. He literally compares himself to Eazy-E in the sense of like carrying a strap around or being caught with a strap. Sam, what? Are you fucking nuts? Like, sir, you're not Eazy-E. You're nowhere near it. So he tells them basically like he definitely wants to lean more into the food truck. So, and again, Easy don't think it's a good idea. He don't think it's gonna bring in enough money. He feel like Sam need to do something else. That's just facts. And I'm not mad at Easy for thinking that. It's the truth. Sam need to do something else. You're not gonna be able to support your family off the food truck, sir. And honestly, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my lighter. Egypt ain't gonna be making enough money on tour to support the family. So I guess y'all back. I bet y'all back to square one. Borrow one from Pepper, huh? Yeah, I don't know. In the next scene, you got Easy and JoJo pulling up to this house. And it's nice. It's like in a cul-de-sac, bunch of houses that look the same. LA, a little community. It kind of remind me of that movie with Samuel and the guy But he had the lights and shit on his house. So, Lakeview Terrace, that's what it was. So, JoJo is basically about to look at this house. And he like, I'm not going to tell Denise, I'm just looking. I don't plan on buying nothing. He like, I just want to see what's out there. So the realtor walked him through. I mean, honestly, the house nice as shit. Like, I would basically buy the house if I had the type of money JoJo got, in the sense of being able to put something in on that. Like, so you got marble floors and shit. Like, it's real nice. Eric is loving it. Eric is spitting JoJo buddy in his brain right now. Even though Eric should be in something like a little bit bigger for real, because Eric got a lucrative cannabis business. And she tell him it's like $300,000 worth of upgrades in the house. And like I said, I can see it. First of all, you got marble floors.
Hey guys, welcome to your new beautiful home.
Ooh, okay. Wow.
4,300 square feet.
Okay.
Throughout, like a pool, everything. Like it's the master bathroom is nice. The master closet got a fucking stand in the middle shower. So Eric like, look, JoJo, you loving it. You might as well just sign on it. So, and he like, look, it's in a good neighborhood. It's outside of LA. It's good size for your family. You might as well go ahead and cop it. So of course, JoJo loving it. You know, he hyping it up. And the realtor, in my mind, she played a mind trick. She basically, you know what most realtors do, tell them that you got a whole bunch of offers on the house, so that basically you end up putting the offer in on the house quicker than you would had you just thought it was you know? So she tell him she got about 5 offers and a verbal. So of course he like, damn, we could actually live here. You know, he like, look, let me look at this. And then he like, you know, me and Tanice's father don't get along. I always had this idea just, you know, like popping up with a house, like, yeah, this our house. Like, who else is this? This our house. And then he hit the little JoJo's house. And I'm just like, this boy, honestly. But it's like, JoJo, I mean, I get it, yo. You want to provide, yo. You're a provider. Your father raised you that way, and I get it. So it's not, I'm not even mad at you for real. Eventually, he realized that the realtor been on her call for too long. So, of course, he calls her in because he want to hurry up and sign on it. I don't even know how this shit about to play out. So the next thing, you got Cree and Vanessa meeting up. Now, like I said, clearly they're really friends. They really hang out. You know, Cree ends up telling Vanessa, you know, about everything she going through, as though, you know, she had 2 people that died.
The back-to-back passings, like with my grandmother passing, who was like my best friend, and then my little cousin passing, and now my great-grandmother doesn't want to fight the cancer anymore. It's just like a lot of emotional just strain happening with my family.
And her great-grandmother got cancer, and, you know, she don't even really want to fight it. You know, she kind of just want to let it be. And I think that's fucking with Cree. And I think that's what's making Cree react the way she's reacting to people. And nobody's actually asking Cree what's wrong with her. So I think that's where the disconnect is coming with her and the girls. It's like she's going through something too. And I think everybody else is just sitting there crying about stuff that she may feel is minuscule to her in comparison to the fact of losing 2 people, almost losing 3 people. In her life at one time. So I think that's what Cree's dealing with, honestly. So I think these girls just need a little more compassion for each other, because they just, a lot of them just cutthroat, especially Brianna. And then, like I said, Sequoia really be trying to, like, I don't know, she be looking for alliances because she knows she in on this show alone. Nobody really bang with her. I don't really see her shoot scenes with that many people. And then if they do, it's like a group scene. Like, it's Devin, her cousin, like she don't, or her mother, like she don't really shoot scenes with the girls if you get into it. So she don't really have too many friends on here, so truth be told. So Vanessa basically ends up inviting her to be on this function. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, Vanessa, it's not even your function, so why would you invite her? You don't even know. But here's the thing. Cree already got invited to the function by Brianna, unless Brianna lied. Or Cree ignored her. So here's the thing, Cree, you got an invite. You just was contemplating not going. So at the end of the day, it's like, did Vanessa really invite you, or did Bree invite you? Or were you just considering paying the whole thing and then you went because your friend asked you to? We'll see. You got Denise and Aaliyah hanging out, shopping in LA. So like Aaliyah is like basically venting to Denise about how she feel like Eric got a gambling problem, which I told y'all a few episodes ago. All the people at the casino know that man. They know his meals. They know his name. They know who his friends are. He definitely got a gambling problem. But again, she said, look, it's his money. She said, listen, I'm not about to be able to check this man about his money. And if she knows she ain't bringing nothing to the household, I guess she probably right. But I mean, she should probably talk to him about it, especially if he be losing. If he not losing every night, I think she should probably give him a break, because I think it's not that bad. Like, so we'll let it be. They end up getting on a conversation about kids, and she like, you know, do you want to get your tubes tied, this, that, and the third? She like, no, but I don't want no more kids, you know, but I'm not about to get my tube tied. And Sanice like, you know, well, I don't feel like I'm about to do that either. I think the men should probably go ahead and get their shit nipped in the bud, because it's like, you know, we got to carry them. So it's like, why can't they do something too, in the sense of contraception? In the midst of them having a conversation about the money and Eric, and she like, that's like you telling JoJo what to do with his money. And I feel like that was the setup for her to do what she ended up doing later in the conversation. She like basically tried to compare the two men. And I feel like Aaliyah be a little salty that JoJo and Sanice got like a little bit of a better relationship than her and Eric. So I feel like, why wouldn't she go ahead and throw a little salt on their shit to try to stir the pot? Like, because she knows she could just back away from it and be like, oh, well, look, Eric told me, and I ain't really, it wasn't really my fault. I ain't had to say nothing. So she, you know, she will do that. So later on in the conversation, she like, look, well, hopefully, you know, you have a baby and whatever before y'all move to LA. And Tanice like, what?
Well, make sure you just get it done before you guys move to Cali. Well, who knows when that's gonna be? Yeah, you guys just got a house, right? Who got a house? JoJo put offering.
She like, yeah. You know, didn't JoJo just buy a house? You know, JoJo just buy a house for y'all. So she like, JoJo just bought a house. What are you talking about? She like, how don't you know that? And I'm just like, oh my God. Here go Aaliyah again. Doing what she do best. Running her mouth about something that don't concern her. And now she like, oh, that's what Herb told me. So not only did she open her mouth and tell somebody else's business, she threw Eric under the bus. So that's a 2-for-1. So in the next scene, you got all of them pulling up to the event. First one was, I don't even know where they at. They're like downtown LA. They're like slums, but they look like a place that got like graffiti all over. It's nice though. Like the outside is giving like creative graffiti, not like nasty graffiti. So I think they walk in, and Bree got like the big screen, and it's like a whole thing. And you know, Bree, she like, it's called Brianna's Gauntlet or whatever. So of course she like, basically what we gonna do is we gonna play my version. So they basically decided they gonna play, you know, Brianna's version of Never Have I Ever. And you know, Vanessa like, well, I can't take shots. And you know, everybody like, oh, why? You know, Vanessa say her nanny got COVID, so she gotta leave. And I'm like, yo, did she set Cree up? Because basically Cree is only there for Vanessa, you feel me? Like Cree would came by herself, she probably wouldn't just not went. So Vanessa basically telling her like she gonna dip is crazy. So you know, she start the game or whatever. She tell everybody that they on teams. You know, basically if you sitting across from each other, you on teams. Blah 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 blah. She start the game. The first question in the game, she basically throw a shot at Cree because she like,
never have I ever stuck my nose in other people's family business. Everybody should take a shot. Fair.
Never have I ever jumped in anybody's family business and said something I ain't had no business saying or whatever. So basically everybody take a shot except for Cree. So and then in the confessional, what's her name? Like, well, Cree, I feel like you should have took a shot because like you literally just did that last week. And then they flash back to her when she had her beef with Sequoia last season. And I'm just like, okay, maybe she should have took a shot. Brianna was literally egging her on, and then I'm like, okay, so everybody just gonna sit here and act like they don't see that part. But then when Cree reacts, I'm the villain. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. Like, so the next scene you got Sam at this damn ice cream truck or whatever this is at this point. And he basically talks about how lucrative he think it'll be if he works a certain amount of days. And then Tyran and them come and visit him. So that's the conversation he ended up having with Tyran and them. Like maybe he could turn a little bit of money if he think he in the right spot. And if he got the right permits, he should probably go somewhere like down by the beach. You know, so I think if you think he can make a couple of dollars, go for it. But if it's like, Sam, you think you just about to be out there slinging at the snow cones and not making no money, just to say you doing something that's crazy, bro, get a real job. So, in the next scene you got JoJo and Tanise at the house, and they, you know, their daughter is there, whatever, and she like, can I go to my room and watch TV? And Tanise like, yup, go ahead. And JoJo like, yeah, lock the door, because he can basically look at Tanise and tell she beefing. She just got that look on her, like she got that look like she ready to go. So as soon as the door closed, Tanise like, nigga, why you ain't tell me you put a bed in on the house? She like, shit. And here's the thing, she straight say like, oh, I was out with Aaliyah, and you know, she said you put it in on her house. And he like, oh, Aaliyah told you that? Listen, I promise you, when he said that, I almost died, because he was like, yo, Aaliyah told you that? He was like, I mean, look, let me explain. So he basically told her what happened for us, how he just went to look, and he felt like it was a man move, you know, to buy his house, you know, his family a house or whatever. So she tells him how afraid she is to leave, because, you know, she think that's her comfort zone, you know, especially, you know, she got family there, they can watch the baby, you know, when she need it, his parents is there. It's a thing. So but he think that they need to take that journey together. They should probably step out on faith and go ahead and try for it. So he like, I'm gonna show you the house. She leans into him because she feel like he should at least brought her in on the conversation. And like I said, he felt like he was just bossing up and doing this with his family. So he don't feel bad. They end up making up about the whole shit. And yeah. So JoJo probably gonna get a new house, y'all. Alright. So we back at the drinking game. So Cree don't drink after the question. And like I said, in the confessional, they end up talking about the flashback. So Cree is basically saying like she wish she'd have just left when Vanessa left, because now she did and she feeling awkward. So Brianna ends up asking them like, do they have any questions for her? And Sequoia ends up going into, nobody asks Brie any question. Sequoia ends up talking about the skate party again, crying about Lazy and her mother again. So Cree like, look, I had
it makes sense. Like, are we saying because they're not divorced, it's a wrong thing? Because was your mom mad at you for having a child out of wedlock? Was that wrong? I'll knock this whole table over, Cree. Please don't.
Cree like, so do you think it would have been better if you had a baby within wedlock versus having one out of wedlock? You don't think your mother was mad about that? So you're so mad about her being married to your father and being in a relationship with Lazy. How do you think she felt about that? So Sequoia like, what's her name? I will flip this table all the way over. Like, here's the thing. I don't think she is. I never think Cree approach is right, but she don't be saying nothing wrong. Like, you're sitting up here mad, worrying about what your mother got going on for what? Mind your business, bro. So eventually it ends up turning into a situation where Brianna asks Cree like, what's your deal? Why do I feel like you're, you know, I relate more to you, because it was hard for me to relate to these girls when I first, you know, moved into the circle or whatever. So Cree like, I ain't got a hard time relating. She like, if we're talking about a topic, I'm going to say my piece. Why can't I say my piece without getting attacked? So here's TT, random as fuck, because do they even have an issue? Do Cree and TT even have an issue? So TT starts jumping on.
You always seem to have slick-ass comments. Exactly. Under your tongue. Was it slick? And as soon as someone apparently says something to offend you, you say petty. Exactly. The problem is, okay, relax. You shut up.
And running her fucking mouth about how she feel like Cree always saying something under her breath, and then when people approach her about it, she say shady shit and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, TT, where's your animosity coming from? Because like Cree said, she could have swore y'all two had squashed y'all beef to hear her, so why are you even saying anything? And then Sequoia, honestly, y'all had squashed y'all beef, so why are you even saying anything? Like I said, had you not even egged this shit on by telling Brianna, instead of talking straight to Cree about the comment that she made last week in reference to your parents that she saw on TV, that you feel like is such a big deal that your mother is dating. Your father is probably dating too. If you think your father is sitting at home writing songs about your mother because they're not together, you're wrong. He's not crying over your mother. He's not pining for her. Her and Lazy been together for 2 years. You think your father don't know? Like, please shut up. Like, please. So like I said, you got TT sitting there attacking Cree for Sequoia, talking about I felt for her in a moment, so I felt like I had to say that. For what? For what? For what? My mind, like I said, I don't blame Cree for reacting the way she reacted. Cree's basically like, bitch, I'm the fuck out of here. Like, y'all got me fucked up if y'all think I'm gonna sit here and let y'all fucking attack me for having an opinion on a conversation she having with the whole fucking group. What's the point? What's the point of having a conversation? Y'all not about to sit on camera and try to play me. So Cree pump out. And then they try, Brianna, TT, and Sequoia try to get Aaliyah on their side. They like, I mean, what's wrong with this girl? We're not gonna say nothing. And so they basically try to throw a little jab at Aaliyah, basically saying that's her homegirl, so they gonna watch what they say around her. So Aaliyah like, look, let me just go check on her. So Aaliyah go outside and she talked to Cree, and she like, are you good? And Cree like, no, yeah, I'm fine. She like, why should I get attacked for having my comment about a topic that everybody's talking about? So now if you want to be offended. So she's like, okay, you're mad at your mom for this. Your mom could be very well mad at you for this. So how are you offended by me saying that? So of course they still inside, and Brianna and them like, oh, I didn't want her to feel like she was being attacked. So and then Brianna like, oh, well, let me just go check on her and make sure she good and let her know that this is not what it was. Again, I feel like she should have left when Vanessa left. And then TT, like I said, TT, please shut up. Please shut up, because you don't even have a storyline. You can go too. So then we gonna get rid of TT. We gonna get rid of Sequoia, Lazy, and Tiny. We gonna get rid of all of them. Bring me back Romeo. Shit, throw Bow Wow on this bitch, and give me Johnny Blaze. Cause I don't want none of them. Like, they just annoying. So Brianna come out there. They confront the whole situation, and Brianna like, look, I tried to bring you in and have you be part of the moment, and you acting like this. Like, look, I'm not about to cuddle none of y'all. Like, we're grown. Why y'all offended by everything that I say? I thought we squashed most of our beef, so y'all doing too much. So Cree ended up saying like, y'all got 2 minutes, and she's saying like, well, look, that's that condescending shit that I be saying that I don't like about you. And Cree like, look, I only said that you got 2 minutes because my ride about to come. What do you want from me? So basically Brianna like, look, I tried with you. She like, I tried with you. I put you on the invite list. She said at this point, when I create open invites, you're not invited, and I won't be inviting you to shit else. That was the episode. But in my opinion, nobody cares. Y'all not about to sit there and make that girl out to be the bad guy because she has an opinion about something that all of y'all are speaking on. Except just because she not saying what the fuck y'all saying, she the bad person. Okay. Well, look, that was Growing Up Hip Hop, Season 7, Episode 5. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We'll talk about this shit next week. All right, y'all.